Good morning. In this lecture video, we are going to discuss about adverbs. What are adverbs? We have discussed nouns, we have discussed adjectives, verbs. Today we are going to see how adverbs work. Firstly, what are adverbs? Adjectives describe the nouns. Adverbs describe the nouns, adjectives or other adverbs. So words which modify the meaning of a verb, an adjective or another adverb, they are known as adverbs. As an example, we have some statements here. Rama runs quickly. So I'm just going to show how this works. Rama runs quickly. This is a very sweet mango. So when I say Rama runs quickly, this is the word which is known as an adverb. But how do we understand that it is an adverb? That is because we can see that it adds something to the meaning of the verb over here. That is, it answers the question, how does Rama run? How does Rama run? So Rama runs quickly. That is how fast he runs. Understood? So he runs quickly. This is a very sweet mango. So you can see mango is the noun, sweet is the adjective which is describing mango, and very sweet. To what degree is it sweet? To what extent is it sweet? How much is it sweet? How sweet is it? So this is the adverb which describes the adjective. So here this adverb describes a verb, this adverb describes an adjective, that is this adjective. And if we take the other examples, Govind reads quite clearly. So in these statements we have quite clearly. So here we can see clearly is the word which is an adverb, which is already an adverb. And quite also is an adverb which describes this adverb. So an adverb is a word which describes a noun, describes a verb, an adjective or another adverb. Tom Longboat did not run badly. So in this statement you can see did not run how? Badly. Tom is very tall. So tall is the adjective over here, very is the adverb which describes tall. The race finished too quickly. So already quickly is there. Quickly is the adverb, and too is also an adverb which describes this adverb. Fortunately, Lucy recorded Tom's win. Now here fortunately is the adverb which is used to describe this sentence. Adverbs modifying verbs. Philip sings loudly in the shower. So in this statement you can see that Philip sings loudly. Sings is the verb. How does he sing loudly? My cat waits impatiently for his food. How does the cat wait? It waits impatiently. I will seriously consider your suggestion. How will I consider seriously? So these are the adverbs in these statements. Sings loudly, impatiently, and seriously. Adverbs modifying adjectives. The woman is quite pretty. This book is more interesting than the last one. The weather report is almost always right. I say, the woman is quite pretty. So, in this word, pretty is the adjective. Pretty is the adjective, and quite is the adverb which describes pretty. Similarly, in these statements, this book is more interesting. So, interesting is the adjective, and more describes interesting. This book is more interesting than the last one. So, interesting over here, the word interesting, if I write this sentence here, this book is more interesting than the last one. So over here we can see that interesting is, book is how is the book. So book is interesting. Interesting is your adjective. More interesting, that is, this word is the adverb which describes the adjective. And how does it describe the adjective? It adds meaning to the adjective interesting over here. Next is, the weather report is almost always right. So in the previous one, in the first one, we had seen the woman is quite pretty. So this can be considered as, we are trying to say how pretty is she, so we are saying that she is pretty, completely pretty. Okay, so this can be considered as adverb of quantity. Next, more interesting, this can also be considered as adverb of quantity. Weather report is almost always right. So when I say always, so the weather report over here is almost always right. There are two adverbs which we can see. First of all, right is the adjective because it describes the weather report. Weather report is what? Report is it's an abstract noun, okay, or we can say it's a common noun because report is something which is physical, it exists physically. Now always right, a right weather report, that means it is an adjective. Now there are two adverbs in this, almost and always. So always represents time or frequency, that is how often is it right, so always it is right. And almost, it represents what? Time, sorry, not time but degree or quantity, that is, it is almost right, or we can say approximate. So these two are adverbs. Is my, next sentence, is my singing too loud? So too is what? It is an adverb which describes loud, that is adjective. My cat is incredibly happy to have his dinner. So happy is the adjective, incredibly describes happy, so incredibly is the adverb. We will be slightly late to the meeting. Late is the adjective and slightly describes late, so slightly is the adverb. Now most adverbs which are derived from adjectives, like you can see over here, incredibly comes from the word incredible. Incredible, and It gives us the word incredibly. So most adverbs derived from adjectives, they are adjectives of manner. And slightly is derived from the word slight. Okay, the bride's maid dress is a very unflattering shade of puce. So over here, this bridesmaid's dress is a very, so we can say unflattering shade. This comes under unflattering. Shade can be considered as a, it can be considered as a common noun, because shade is it's a physical thing which we can see. Okay, and shade, that is the amount of color which has been used. Unflattering will be the adjective, and very is describing unflattering, hence very becomes adverb. There are some adverbs which modify other adverbs, like Philip sings too loudly. So over here we can see sings too loudly. When I say this, Philip sings, how? Philip sings loudly. Of course, this is an adverb, adverb of manner, but how loudly? Too loudly. So, this is an adverb of manner, and this is an adverb of degree, adverb of quantity. This is an adverb of quantity. Similarly, you have other statements like I answered the question quite easily. So, over here, easily is an adverb, quite is describing easily. Easily can be considered as adverb of, we'll see this. I answered the question quite easily. So over here we have two adverbs, easily and quite. Now easily will refer to what? Adverb of manner, whereas quite will refer to, it explains completeness. So quite can be considered as adverb of quantity. So quite easily. We walked into the room very noisily. Noisily and very. Okay, so very describes noisily. How noisily? How much? To what extent? Very noisily. We arrived too soon. We arrived when? Soon, that is adverb of time. Too soon, adverb of quantity. Abdullah finished his test somewhat hastily. How did he finish the test? Hastily. Somewhat hastily, that is to some extent. So it would be adverb of quantity. The restaurant is almost fully booked. Fully, how booked? Fully booked, that is fully booked can be considered as adverb of quantity, and almost is also adverb of quantity. Isadora jogs quite frequently. So frequently is an adverb, quite is also an adverb. Shane is often sharply dressed. Sharply and often, adverb of frequency. So these all are examples of adverbs describing adverbs. Adverbs modifying phrases. She was sitting close beside him. Close. Beside him is the phrase. Similarly, other examples. At what hour is the sun right above us? So, right and above us. Have you read all through this book? Have you read all through this book? She was dressed all in pink. All. How? In pink. He paid his debts down to the last penny. Down to the last penny. So you can see there are phrases, and this adverb describes or modifies the phrase. That is, till the last penny was left, he paid his debts. Adverbs modifying whole sentences. Probably he is mistaken. So here you can see that an adverb is just there before the sentence starts, hence it modifies the meaning of the entire sentence. Possibly it is as you say. Possibly. So it is quite possible, or it is fully possible, that what you are saying is true. Certainly you are wrong. You are wrong, but when you add the word certainly, it adds a confirmation that you are certainly wrong. Evidently the figures are correct. So the figures are correct as the sentence, and to back it up, provide it a strong support, evidently word has been added, that is proof is also added along with the statement that there is evidence that the figures are incorrect. Unfortunately, no one was present there. No one was present there. How unfortunately? So that means it was not a fortunate event that no one was present there. Luckily, he escaped unhurt. So this is a statement, and when I add this word luckily, it is like we are expressing that yes, he was lucky that he escaped unhurt. Adverb of time. It answers the question when. For example, I have heard this before. I have heard this when, before. We shall now begin to work. I had a letter from him lately. So you can see the time is specific over here. A time is being emphasized in these statements. He comes here when, daily. I had a letter from him when, lately, that is recently. We shall begin to work when, now. So it answers the question when. When you attach the word when along with the verb, you will see that when you attach the word when with the verb, then you get an answer which is adverb of time. So that becomes your adverb of time. So verb will be there, like over here I say he comes here daily. I'll add this statement here. He comes here daily. So I add the words like this. Verb is comes plus when. Comes when. So the answer would be what? Comes daily. And this becomes your adverb of time, because when is associated with this, right? I have spoke to him when already. He once met me in Cairo. I have not seen him since. Mr. Gupta formerly lived here. Means earlier he used to live here. That day he arrived late. He called here a few minutes ago. The end soon came. I hurt my knee yesterday. Wasted time never returns. So in these statements you can see few minutes ago, the end soon came, or end came soon. I hurt my knee yesterday. Wasted time never returns. So all these are adverbs of time. Adverbs of frequency. Now time we have seen, which specifies a certain point in time. Adverb of time specifies a certain point in time when an event happened. When an event happens. Whereas if I talk about adverb of frequency, it will tell me how often did an event happen. How often? For example, I have told you twice. I write here, I have told you twice. How often did I tell you? I told it to you twice. So any it's adverbs of frequency are quite easy to spot because you can make it out by looking at the frequency of the event occurring. So I am going to display some statements. He often makes mistakes. How often? Often. Frequently makes mistakes. The postman called. How often? The postman called again. He frequently comes unprepared. That is, he very often comes unprepared. I have not seen him once. He seldom comes here. That is, he rarely comes here. He always tries to do his best. When does he try? How often? He always tries to do his best. So these are all examples of adverbs of frequency. Next, adverb of place. So when you are trying to describe a place, when an event happen, where, like stand here, I say where. Stand here. So in this statement, where, stand where, here. So this becomes your place. It describes a place. Any adverb which denotes a place of some event happening, that would be considered as adverb of place. Go there. The little lamb followed Mary everywhere. There, here, everywhere. So these all are adverbs of place. He looked up. Where did he look? Up. My brother is out. Where is my brother? He is out. Is Mr. Das within? That is he in the room? Come in. The horse galloped away. So in, away. Walk backward. So backward becomes your adverb of place. Next is adverb of manner. It answers the question how, in what manner. Answers the question number 1 how, and number 2 in what manner. How did an event take place? This class includes nearly all those adverbs which are derived from adjectives and end in ly, like Govind reads clearly, the six fought bravely. So I'll write here Govind reads clearly, the six fought bravely. So here the question arises, how does Govind read? How does Govind read? He reads, answer will be what? He reads clearly. Six fought how? How did the six fight? That is, in what manner did the Sikhs fight? Bravely. Okay, so clearly, fought bravely. This story is well written. This story is written how? Well written. The boy works how? The boy works hard. The child slept how? Soundly. I was agreeably disappointed. How was I disappointed? Agreeably. Slowly, and although I agreed to it, but I was not happy with the decision. Slowly and sadly we laid him down. So these are there are two adverbs of manner here. Slowly and sadly we made him lie down. Might be in this sentence they are trying to show that somebody is dead or very sick, that he or she is not able, that he is not able to even sit properly. So that is why slowly and sadly, because people had lost hope, so they laid him down. You should not do so. You should not do so. the answer over here will be, you should not do, I did a mistake here, you should not do so. In what manner you should not do so? The way in which you have already done it, you should not do it in this way. I was agreeably disappointed. I have already discussed this. Is that so? Is that how it is, or how it should be? So that is also adverb of manner. Thus only you will you succeed. How will you succeed? In what manner? Thus only. Adverbs of quantity. They answer the question how much, in what degree, to what extent. How much, or to what degree, or to what extent. Like, he was too careless. So if I write here, how much, to what degree, to what extent. He was too careless. How careless he was? He was too careless. So this shows what, to what degree he was careless. Hence it becomes adverb of degree, adverb of quantity. A quantity is being, like, just like we had studied adjective of quantity. So in that also we had seen much rice, less rice, some milk. So where quantity is being described. So if over here it is describing this adjective careless and its degree, how careless. A person could be careless, very more careless, much careless, or less careless. So that's why he was too careless. These mangoes are almost ripe. That is, they are about to ripen and be harvested. So almost ripe. It's like mangoes might start to be ripe, start to ripen, but when they have just started to ripen, they are little ripe. So it describes how ripe the mangoes are. So to what degree, to what extent. I am fully prepared. How prepared I am? I am fully prepared. So to what extent or degree I am prepared? I am fully prepared. The sea is very stormy. Sea is stormy. Stormy can be considered as adverb of manner. But how stormy? Very stormy. He is good enough for my purpose. He is good enough for my purpose. So over here, if I say he is good for my purpose, good represents adverb of manner. But how good? Good enough. That is sufficiently good. That is adverb of quantity. I am so glad. I am glad. This is your adjective. I am glad. Here I am sorry. He is good. So good is your adjective and enough describes good. Okay. Glad is also an adjective and so describes glad. You are altogether mistaken. Altogether. Things are no better at present. So no better, that is, they are better. No, they are not better at present. She sings pretty well. Pretty well, that is, she sings almost well. Is that any better? Any. You are quite wrong. Quite. I am rather busy. So rather. You are partly right. Partly. So these all words are what? They are adverbs of quantity. In all these statements you can see that, like, he is too careless. Careless is the adjective which is being described. Okay. Careless is the adjective because it describes the pronoun. Over here, noun or the pronoun. Words describing nouns or pronouns, they are known as adjectives. How careless was he? He was too careless. These mangoes are almost ripe. Okay. If I say these mangoes are almost ripe, I'll explain the difference. These mangoes are almost ripe. And if I say these mangoes have ripened beautifully. So over here I say have are almost ripe. That is, we are describing the mangoes. Mangoes are what? They are ripe. And when I say have ripened beautifully, that is how they have ripened. They have ripened beautifully. So here beautifully describes the verb ripen over here. Here ripe describes the mango. That is the noun mango. So here how ripe? Almost ripe. So almost is the adverb. Ripen beautifully, beautifully is the adverb. So beautifully is what? Adverb of manner, whereas ripe becomes, sorry, almost becomes your adverb of quantity. Similarly, I am fully prepared. I am prepared. Okay. The sea is very stormy. The sea is very stormy. Stormy sea. So stormy is the adjective and very describes stormy. He is good enough for my purpose. So he is good. Good is an adjective. How good? Good enough. I am so glad. Adjective. How glad? So glad. You are altogether mistaken. Altogether is the adjective of quantity. So altogether describes the verb over here. Things are no better at present. She sings pretty well. Is that any better? Okay. So better is also the comparative form of good. That is, it is also an adjective. Well, sings how well. So well is also an adverb. Adverb of manner. And pretty is the adverb which describes how well she sings. To what extent or how much does she sing well? She sings pretty well. So well becomes the adverb of manner and pretty becomes the adverb of quantity. Things are no better. So again, better is what? It is your adjective. No better, not at all better. How better? Not better. So that means adverb of quantity. You are quite wrong. Wrong is the adjective. How wrong? Quite wrong. Busy, adjective. Rather busy is, that is, I am busy. So this is adjective of quantity. So these all are examples of adverbs of quantity. Sorry, I wrongly said adjective of quantity. It is adverb of quantity. Next is adverbs of affirmation and negation. Surely you are mistaken. He certainly went. So over here I am saying surely you are mistaken. I am adding affirmation to this. He certainly went. So this is again affirmation. I do not know him. Not negation. I will definitely do that project. Definitely affirmation. Bring the notebook positively to school tomorrow. Positively affirmation. I will never do that project. Never negation. So anything which describes affirmation or negation, that is what adverbs of affirmation. Anything which describes a sentence in a positive way, that becomes an adverb of affirmation, and the adverb which describes a noun, a verb or an adjective in a negative way, that becomes adverb of negation. Adverbs of reason. When reason is given, he is hence unable to refute the charge. So he is unable to refute the charge. How? Hence unable. He therefore left to school. When a reason is being given here, I am hence unable to pay the fee. Because he was not feeling well, he didn't go to school today. So because it was raining heavily, again raining heavily, this describes the verb raining. So heavily is what? It is the adverb of manner, but therefore is the adverb of reason. He was late, hence was not allowed to attend the assembly. He was late, hence was not allowed to attend the assembly. I was hungry, so I ate the pizza. Since it is hot, I am getting uncomfortable. Since it is hot, I am getting what? Uncomfortable. So this is again adverb of manner. Accidentally he wrote his father's name instead of his. Accidentally. So these all are adverbs of reason. Now there are some adverbs which belong to more than one class. Like she sings delightfully, it is adverb of manner. The weather is delightfully cool. How cool? Delightfully. Sings delightfully, it modifies the verb sings, and it shows how is a verb action being performed. How does she sing? Delightfully. The weather is delightfully cool. The weather is cool, that is, cool is the adjective. How is the weather cool? How cool is the weather? It is delightfully cool. So this shows that it is the adverb of degree. Don't go far. Don't go where? That is far. Adverb of place. But he is far better now. He is better. Better is the comparative form of the adjective good. So far describes better. That how better? Far better. That is, he has recovered a lot from his existing condition. In our next class, we will study prepositions.